Reds captain, who has just 9 months left on his existing deal, attracted serious interest from the Saudi Pro League during the summer after admitting he would think about his future for both club and country. Virgil van Dijk has revealed for the first time that he wants to sign a contract extension with Liverpool that will keep him at the top of his game for the next World Cup. The Reds captain, who has just 9 months left on his existing deal, attracted serious interest from the Saudi Pro League during the summer after admitting he would think about his future for both club and country following Holland's Euro semi-final heartbreak at the hands of England and Jurgen Klopp's departure from Anfield. Van Dijk can open negotiations with foreign clubs in January as pressure grows on Liverpool chief executive Michael Edwards and new sporting director Richard Hughes to secure the futures of the Dutchman and teammates Mohamed Salah and Trent Alexander-Arnold. But the 33-year-old defensive colossus has now made it clear that he wants to lead Holland into the 2026 World Cup, and he wants to continue on Merseyside with new boss Arne Slot. Van Dijk said, "At both teams, I am still Virgil van Dijk, the big leader. And I certainly want to remain that for the next 2 years. I am human, I have emotions too. You start thinking all kinds of things, especially just after a game like the elimination by England in the very last minute. I also understand that it came across unclear on how I stood in all this, because after the match I was so disappointed and full of emotion. It perhaps came across as if it had been my last international match. I did have doubts that night, and I did hint at that. It's very good that I went on holiday the next day, was able to spend time with my children, my family, which is the most important thing in my life. I was able to share it, and then very quickly things calmed down." Van Dijk has been rejuvenated by the arrival of Slot following Klopp's shock decision to walk away at the end of last season. When it seemed he might be heading to the desert to earn a fortune, Holland boss Ronald Koeman visited him in England to tell him that would signal the end of his 75-cap international career and that his country needed him for the next World Cup. That message has helped Liverpool in their bid to agree a new deal with the Dutchman. Van Dijk said, "It was a very long and intense season last year, including the Euros. I focus on the team and the boys so much. I always try to talk and am constantly busy with everyone. I've had that responsibility for years. As captain, it's the team first and then yourself. But it should not be at the expense of your own performance. In my opinion, I have always managed that very well. When I am in a bubble during the European Championship, I feel very responsible for all sorts of things. That can sometimes bring some difficult moments. Did that come at the expense of my game? I am someone who does not look for excuses easily, and I am realistic. From a footballing point of view, it could have been better personally. I have come to that conclusion. Not that things went badly, not at all, but the expectations are very high and I wasn't able to live up to that." Van Dijk added, "The moment I started talking to the national coach, I was already fine with it. It is quite normal that the national coach and the captain make an analysis about how the European Championship went. But it is also about the confidence you get, and you look at your own ability and ask whether you are still important enough. I am very much important, on and off the pitch. I don't like to say that about myself, but I am. The responsibility at the club and at the national team is still super big."